I once simultaneously worked as both the DJ and the newsreader on local radio, using a different accent for each job.
I really hope this is true.
What were the two accents?
When I was a DJ, I was younger, so I had kind of a higher voice, and I used to kind of talk a little bit like that and say, thanks very much. The newsreader, I would talk a bit more like that.
So that's not the accent, that's just the tone.
That's the tone, yeah, the pitch.
Well, if you'd let me finish. I had a slightly Welsh tone to the newsreader, because I am Welsh, and I would sort of give it more of a sort of Anthony Hopkins, sort of, in other news coming in at the moment, there's been a horrific pile-up on the M4 motorway, ambulances are on their way there right now. I would just do it more slowly, give it a slight more Welsh lilt.
Did you ever have any banter between yourselves?
No, I never did, no.
What was the station again?
BBC Radio Wales.
Was this a time of great cutbacks at BBC Radio Wales? Why couldn't they
It's always a time of great cutbacks at Radio Wales.
They couldn't afford a newsreader. Are they very expensive, Kristen? Newsreaders? I mean...
I love the idea of Christian doing that on television as well, just getting a wig on and running over to the weather.
The first time it happened was sort of accident. It was when the newsreader didn't come in. It was a very early show. It was the 6:30 in the morning to 7:30. And the newsreader, one time when there was snow, didn't come, and they said, will you read the news? And I did it for a laugh, did it in a different voice after the jingle, which is not what they were saying, and then just kind of stuck with it.
Did you read the sport?
No, there was a sports guy called David Cartwright.
Interesting they didn't give him the news job.
We've already established, Gabby, that you are little better than a thief. So, for you to sit there taking the moral high ground when I stepped in to save a colleague who'd got stuck and couldn't make it in, frankly, is a bit rich. And I expect more support from a team captain than I'm getting at the moment. I'm getting nothing from this fella who's sitting here reading my thoughts going, I wonder what he's thinking right now, I can't imagine. Where are you, big fella? Because frankly, David, now would be a good time to join in.
I know it's harder and harder to get impressions on the television, but this isn't the place. I'm totally behind you. I would just like to publicly say how plausible I think everything that you've said is. It's exactly what I'd have done in your position. You know.
So, Lee, you're going to have to come to a decision of some sort.
I thought that was an assured performance, and I wish it were true, but I don't think it's true because that would be silly.
Yeah. What do you think, Gabby?
I think it's a lie.
Robert,
I think it's a lie.
OK, we think that's a lie.
They're saying a lie.
They are saying it's a lie, so
In fact,
the truth, please.
It's a lie.
It is a lie, well done.